to them days when you could hit the block and see a couple waves? What happened to the way your homie hugged you? Ain't seen you in some days, huh? What happened to them days where you could hit the block and see a couple waves, huh? What happened to them days? Them good old days, them good old days.
Hey man, it's your boy John from the L-Dub. I'm back like I never left. Hey, listen man, I know it's been a while. You know, sorry I left you without a good story to step to, but I'm back, you know what I mean? And I got to just get in the habit and get in the custom of constantly giving you all these good stories. So I'm back in the mix, you know what I'm saying? And if you like these stories, go on and like and subscribe. This considered basically gonna be like the first one. The first one of me actually getting jiggy, right? So I'm finna get jiggy. And it's story time. So what I want to tell y'all is a story. I just ran into one of my homegirls that I ain't seen since high school. Good friend of mine in high school. She's a beautiful grown lady now with a family and all these beautiful things. But what I want to tell y'all is about the Notorious Naila party. Now this took place in 1993 in Lakewood, California. Now this is in the neighborhood of the Pal Hustlers right there. This is on Delamo and Pioneer. Between Delamo and Pioneer and Delamo and Norwalk is where we're talking the area. But on Delamo. And so Naila's having the big party of the year. And she's pretty famous. The girl she hangs out with, if y'all remember back in the 90s, there was a crew that was called the Fly Female Posse. And this is during the era of the cliques and the posses and the crews. And you know, the Fly Female Posse kind of mixed and mingles with a lot of other little crews and cliques. Of course, they mix and mingle with the Pal Hustlers, maybe the 447 Hustlers, maybe the 706 Hustlers, but also the 858s. The Booty Boys, and the precursor to the Mac Mafias, which was the Macs. You know, they may have mixed and mingled with all these guys in different aspects. The 211s, and they come up in that era, so they mixed and mingled with all that. But they throwing a party, and specifically Naila was one of the more known girls from this clique. She's hosting the party at her parents' house. So, being as famous as she is, of course, people from all over show up at this party. It's a big party. It's all through the backyard. It's got an upstairs with a rooftop going, the rooftop popping, the downstairs popping. It's all up and down the driveway. It's a big backyard, and it's going down. So initially when we get there, the party's already cracking. It's me, my homie Night Train, may he rest in peace, Mr. Damon Winston, Frank Van, I think Taydog from Santana Blocc, and I think it's the four of us. We mashed up to this party. We go to the party cracking. Within 25-30 minutes, the party is already packed. Before the first hour of this party, it's packed. And I'm going to say in the first 35-40 minutes, it's packed. Now, inside the party, now you lived in Lakewood, and one of the things I always got to tell y'all about Lakewood is like a melting pot. This is the type of place where people's parents moved them over to this side of the town, and we're not talking about a Lakewood Mall. We basically in Cerritos, but there's a small part of Lakewood that's on the Cerritos side. There's black people all in there, right? And these black people come from all different walks of life, different neighborhoods, different sides of the town, all of that, right? But because these old Mexican gangs are there, that have been around forever and ever and ever, these blacks do just like you would do in the county jail. We come together. And so therefore there's no real beef. Every now and then you get a scuffle, but there's no real beef among blacks, no matter what hood you claim, no matter where you're from. But this is a Naila function, and it's going down. So we at the Naila party. Take you back, rewind, back to the Naila party. And hey, how you doing? Good?
I'm so sorry, but we are a non-smoking community.
Okay, I won't smoke it. It's all good.
No worries.
Yeah, all right. I should have known they was coming out for me. Anyway, so we're at the party, right? Party going down. and party's going down. So first 30 minutes of the function, and forgive me, I had to get myself back in order. So the first 30 minutes of the function, like I was saying, is already packed in this party. But it's so many people from so many different neighborhoods. It's a lot of people you don't know, and so it's a party. Like it might as well be a club because it's so many people that don't know each other in this party. It's packed, and mind you, it's early. It's only the first 30 minutes. You know, normally a party don't get cracking to the next, at least the first 2 hours. This motherfucker packed already. So I told that backstory about how everybody get along to say this. There was a lot of Pirus that was at the party. At first, not at first. At first, it was like about 5 or 6 Pirus that was in the party. Some of them was, and it was a family. They wasn't coming on no gangbang set tripping. It's a family. I don't know if y'all remember the group B2K. You know, the boy, him and his cousins. They family. It's a lot of Pirus in their family. They got Crips too, but it's a lot of Pirus in their family. So this is who it is. It's his it's J Blood's cousins. I ain't gonna say their names, but some of them are from Centerview, some of them are from like Westside Piru, but they all Pirus. You know what I'm saying? So they at the party, and we know them because you know they go to school with us. They hang out with They don't really go to school with us, but some of the females they mess with go to school with us, and so through that we've gotten familiar with their faces. Some of their sisters and cousins go to school with us, so we familiar with them. But the Santana Blocc showed up. Now, mind you, it was a couple of dudes from Santana Blocc that went to Artesia, and what's happening is everybody bringing their homies. I told you, everybody bringing their homeboys from their neighborhood to this party, and this is where it get popping. The Santana Blocc see the Pirus up in there, and they run the Pirus out the party. It's not enough of them. Santana Blocc getting super deep. Wasn't enough of them. You know, Pirus left. Party popping though. They marched the Pirus out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say mark. I said marched. The Pirus left. But they was a little disrespectful to these Pirus. And Pirus, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't no softies. They just were so outnumbered. They really didn't have no win. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Pirus led. And they're a bunch of light-skinned niggas. This family is all a bunch of light brights. You know what I'm saying? And they all get, and so these Santana Bloccs kind of took these light brights for softies, but they not softies. You know what I'm saying? They really not. So anyway, they run them dudes up out of there. Party's going down. So many females in here is insane. It's so many females and so many females in here that you can't even concentrate on the one because the party's so popping. Maybe about an hour, 2 hours go by. Then all of a sudden, me and my man Frank, we decided to go walk to the front for a second because the party's so cracking. You gotta take a break from the party. So me and my nigga Frank, we walked to the front. Now Frank girlfriend up in the party. So he limited on how he could party, right? I'm partying like that. So I don't know what we was trying to do, but for some reason me and this nigga tried to go to the front of the house. We walked up to the sidewalk, up the driveway to the front yard, and as we was going up, all of a sudden it's a gang of Pirus in front of this house. A gang of them. Well, these Pirus don't even wait to they don't even come back, wait to have a conversation. There's enough of them now to have a fight. Instead, these niggas just come back shooting. And they popping at everything in front of the house. Me and Frank turn around and take off running. The run start from the front of the house. It's so many people. Mind you, these niggas didn't just shoot the front of the house. Now they coming down the driveway. They coming into the backyard shooting. They marching in from the front, coming through. So the runs happen from everybody in the front. I start running towards the back. Now there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to run because it's a backyard. I mean, it's a big giant backyard, but where you gonna run to? It's big gates. These gates are high. They're at least like 10 feet high. The gates around this house are 10 feet. So how many people can actually jump that high? So me and Frank, both of us can run fast. We flying past people. And mind you, we the first ones at the back gate. Everybody else is in front of us trying to run deeper into the backyard. But it ain't nowhere to run. But me and Frank flying past people. Trying to get deeper in the backyard, just to let somebody else get hit by the bullets. These niggas is coming down the driveway, still shooting. Well, I'm running top speed. Me and Frank right next to each other. I look up, because I'm running straight. I see somebody on the ground in front of us that we running towards. I see somebody on the ground getting trampled. Niggas are stampeding in every direction. They stampeding. But I see somebody on the ground getting trampled. And by the time I process it, I'm at this person and I jump over them and I keep running. But then I realize, oh shit, that's my homegirl Alicia. That's Frank's girlfriend. Now me and Frank right next to each other. Frank keep running. Frank run. Both of us jump over Alicia. Frank keep going. I decided to go back in through the stampede and go snatch her off the ground. I snatched her off the ground, and now they still coming, and I can't run to the back because there's too many people. I turned to the side and saw nobody was running sideways. Everybody running straight back, like cans in a sardine. I grabbed Alicia. We ran sideways because there was a side fence that went to the house next door. It was high too, but I threw Alicia up to the top of the fence, and I jumped up there, and it was a struggle, but we got over the fence, jumped down, and then when we landed, we both fell. It was a high jump, and we jumped off together because she was scared. And we jumped off and landed down, and when we landed down, we both kind of fell to the ground because I was holding her hand. She went down, I went down with her. Then the impact of people running, trying to get away from the shots, it seemed like long. And it is long. It's way longer than the shootout than you used to, because these niggas was relentless. And me and Alicia land on the ground. Boom, we fall down. We start to get up, and the whole wall collapses. Boom, because so many people rushed that fence, and it's a big old fence, and it was like half brick, half fence. The whole fence came right before our feet. Boom. People started running through there. Now me and Alicia, we in the front of the pack. We go out, we in the neighbor's yard now. We shoot out through the front. Me and Alicia jumping over bodies. This nigga shot all up in the front of the street. We jumping over shit, jumping over bodies. And we run into my car. As we run into my car, I see another one of my homegirls ducking behind a car. I'm like, my homegirl Melissa Torres. Shout out to Melissa Torres. She ducked. I'm like, I grab her. Come on. We jump in the BMW. It was in high school, and I was in the 740 BMW. We get up out of there. So this turned into the Notorious Naila function. Come to find out, down there 8 people got shot. Thank God nobody died. But they shot up a lot of niggas on this night, the Notorious Naila function. Now, I want to say this was one of my best nights as a hero, because I got the best reward a man can get on that night. And I just want to say shout out to Naila. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's the Naila party, man. When the Santana Blocc ran out the Pirus came back putting belt to ass. Shout out to all those guys, man. So this is my story number 1, man. Listen, I'm gonna try to give y'all some stories. My stories can't be all penitentiaries and because I didn't do a lot of time in penitentiary. But I got penitentiary stories, and I got county jail stories. I'm gonna tell you all of those little things, and some of my college stories, because shit happened in college too. So I'm gonna tell a little bit of it all, and just rock with me till I figure this thing out, man. I'm gonna bring the fly chefing back too, man. So some of my videos I might just be cooking. Who knows? I just gotta figure this thing out. But I appreciate you rocking with me. Till the next time, one love.